Hey, what's up, guys? It's Navarro, Penitas Club 13. I'm back. I've been out STPGA tournaments, like I've told you. We had another one today. Everything's good. Everything went well. Also, I got to play some golf today as well, guys. So, nonetheless, guys, I hope everybody's been green, and I hope you guys have been studying all this stuff and getting yourself ready to make some money on your own. Um, there's a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about, especially since golf season is on full force, and starting next week we got three back to back tournaments: Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, guys. So I'm gonna be pretty busy. I'll probably take smaller positions on swing trades. So the one thing that I want to talk to you about, and the most important thing, is that if you do watch my videos and you take some notes regarding my trade ideas, you should have been able to make some money without me. I'm gonna go over some of the stocks that I've been talking about in the previous videos that have made the moves that I talked about, and how I explained my where my entry would be, where my exits would be, and my final take profits would be. Guys, there are no excuses. You got to do your homework. You can't be depending on someone else. You just got to put the time in, guys. There's nothing else you can do but put the time in, put the effort, and learn this stuff. Okay. Having said that, guys, I'm gonna get right to it. I'm gonna start with a call out from last week, Blnk. And remember, I told you my idea on that video was that since IDEX, Workhorse, and all these electric vehicle companies, Tesla and all of them, they've been on a tear, guys. They've been hot. Okay, that's a hot sector right now. And I told you, why is BLNK important? Well, BLNK is a charging station manufacturer for electric vehicles, right? So electric vehicles need a place to refuel. It's basically a gas station for electric vehicles, right? So with all this demand on electric vehicles, well, there's going to be more demand for charging stations. So BLNK, that's where they come in. And unfortunately, I've been busy and I didn't trade it. But if you followed my videos and if you follow my entries and exit, guys, right now BLNK is on a tear, guys. It's on a tear. Okay, so going back to what I said last video, I called it out here thinking it was gonna break and do the move that it basically made today, right? So again, my timing was off. My idea was still there, and I've been saying if a trade fails, always keep it on watch. Set your alerts and look for the entry that you looked for previously, right? So I always tell you I like to position myself before it breaks a whole number, right? And I told you the three level was very, very critical on this one. It had rejections at three, once here, twice, three times, four times, and then boom. Guys, this one right now, if you would be in it, look, let me take you to the 1 day, 3 minute. Look at what it did after market. This is today's close, and look at this big move. If you go here over the break of four, it's up to the last rated price at market close at 7 p.m. Central. It's up 50%, guys. Again, all of this was in the videos. My calls on this one were in the videos. All you need to do was take notes and just keep an eye on it and know your entry, know your exit, and that is it. There's nothing else to it, guys. Okay? So that was BLNK. And again, I didn't trade it. I did get my alerts and stuff, but again, I am very hesitant on trading on my phone, especially when I'm busy out there in the golf course. I can't be on everything. And I missed them. I missed my entry, and I really don't like to chase, so I wasn't gonna buy it like that. So BLNK was another one. Now I'll talk about another one, KIRK. I did call this one out on a failed trade, or not, or a mistimed trade. I think I called it out here. Then a few days later, it broke over that 175 level that I spoke about, that 150 level. I'm sorry. that 150 level that I had spoken about. I think I called it here. It didn't break. Then did this move, and look at the big move that it made, guys. Again, you could have traded this one different times, 138% return. KIRK, guys. Everything's back in the videos. Go watch them. If you don't believe me, it's just there. Everything's there for you. All you need to do is take your notes and watch your entries, watch your exits, take profits when you have them. That's all you needed to do, guys. KIRK was another great uh, call that was on one of the videos. Another one, Vbiv. Okay. Now I know I traded this little part right here. I averaged up to 270, sold at I believe close to three, like about 10% return, 7% return actually. Then they had this move yesterday, Friday, and I did buy a piece before the break of three, and I sold today at 331 and 333. Okay, and I made a 10 to 11% return. So BBIV again, I told you over the break of that whole dollar at three, guys, and that's where I stood. Came back, showed support at three, and sure enough, I got my profits. Now what I'm looking for it to do is to make that little curling action. I'm gonna set my alerts for the break of 325, and with a strong close, I'll be in it. Not with an entire full position because I already got some profits out of it, so I'll probably go with half a position. But again, we gotta follow the trend. Okay, we gotta follow this uptrend. That's momentum, guys. BVIB. Then I told you about solo. This one I don't recall if I put it up on a video. I probably did talk about it. I believe so because I was talking about Blnk. But I did call it out on this day right here. I was thinking, okay, it's gonna break two and then it's gonna continue. Remember, I like that when the trend is strong like this. I did tell you about this ascending triangle, and look, it just held very, very well with that ascending triangle with the momentum. And sure enough, it broke over two. And look at the close today, 250. Now I know Danny was asking about, well, isn't it a little bit too overextended? Well, actually, no, it's not overextended, guys. Don't see it that way. Okay, don't ever see it that way. I don't see it that way, and I'm gonna show you a few examples why. Now it does have resistance at the three level, as you can see, one, twice, three times. So now you gotta be thinking, okay, if it closes over 50, which it did. It closed at 256. Now it's got a chance to come break three, and you never know. I mean, it's going to keep on now. Why is Solo important right now? I was just talking about BLNK, IDEX, Workhorse, all those electric vehicle companies. Solo is another company that creates electric vehicles. Look at the volume today, guys. Now it is down a little bit after hours to 240, but the momentum is there, guys. So you just got to be patient with this one. This one, I believe it's going to work. Okay, now again, nothing's for sure in the market. This is not advice that I'm giving you. I'm just giving you my suggestion. You trade at your own risk. Okay, but having said that, guys, the market for electric vehicles is hot right now. So this one was a sure buy. I mean, why is this not overextended to me? Well, let me show you some of the other trades that I made. I'm gonna take you to SAVA. As AVA right now, I don't care about what's going on right now. I'm going to tell you about when we traded it. We traded it here. At this point, if we take all of this out, so let me do that. Okay, and let me take that big candle out. At this point, it kind of looked overextended, right? But then watch what happened, guys. This is what we're seeing. And look at the momentum. It just broke up. And this is my favorite kind of pattern where it takes that big push, curls, and keeps on going. Okay. Another one, TRIL. Another one we traded for a big, big gain. We traded it here. Then we traded it here. And then again, let me take you to how it looked at the time. This is where we started to take a position. Again, we took a position here, sold up here at 150. Again, that half dollar. We took a position here because it closed over 140, closed at 150, and then the following day, guys, boom. So no, I mean, I don't believe stuff like that is overextended. You gotta ride the momentum, guys. You just gotta ride the momentum. Okay, so TRIL is another example. A recent one, the XRT. Okay, VXRT. If we take those two big candles out, it looked overextended here, right? Had good volume, and then you've got this catalyst up here at the break of 375 and 4, where if it breaks those levels, those are big resistance levels, which it did, at after market. And then look, this is the candle that we were seeing, and look at that big push again, guys. So you can't be afraid to take a risk on stuff like this where momentum is strong. That's another 246%. So no, guys, and especially with a market where the electric vehicles are hot, you cannot be afraid to do that. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work tomorrow, but it will work eventually. I don't know, maybe 2 days, 3 days, or hopefully even tomorrow. We don't know. Maybe it puts up good news and they get a contract. They sold I don't know, 200 vehicles, whatever. Again, that market's hot. So, and I'm just giving you my opinion on this. Again, if you don't feel comfortable trading stocks like this, that's fine. I completely understand. It's your money. You do what you need. But in my opinion, it's not overextended. It's barely starting its momentum upward with good volume, and that is solo, guys. That is what I believe. Because if we go to the 3 year, 1 week, look at that, guys. So now, if you look at this, would you say this is overextended? No, I would say that it's barely getting going. This is barely getting going, guys, and it's got room to four, then it's got room to six, guys. That's what I see. Okay, that is what I see in this electric vehicle company. So that's solo. The other one that I've been holding for a couple of days is at ZOM. Let me take you to the daily, guys. Okay, so why am I interested in this one now? Well, I added to it today, and if you look in the past, you got the 180 SMA coming down, got rejected. It held above for a little bit, but look at the volume. There's nothing here. And it's probably at that time. I don't see any reverse splits or anything here. I don't know really the float that much. I kind of just look at the patterns. I don't know why. I used to be one of those who would look at floats and stuff like that. And yeah, they're very important. Don't get me wrong. Especially for day trading, you want stocks with low floats so that you can get those big moves and stuff. But this one does have a history of making big moves, as you can see here. So again, it was trading above the 180, then it broke below the 180. The 180 is this green line again. It broke above it, got crashed down, and then that 180 was resistance, and now, guys, it finally closed above it again. And you got all the other EMAs down here pointing up already. So that's why I'm interested in it right now. And also look at the relative volume compared to before. It's been increasing steadily. So that's why it's interesting to me. And I'm looking just for a push to 35, which is the most recent rejection. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Again, I take profits along the way, so probably take profits at 30, 32, and stuff like that. So with my entry at, I believe, 24.24, something like that. Um, if I take profits at 30, that's 20%. That's more than I actually have a target for. Remember, my idea is to take profits at 5 to 10%, 15, 20%. That's extra. So but it does have the potential to make it all the way up here, guys. And again, it might not happen in one day. It might not. It might happen in a couple of days. But this is my idea for ZOM, and that's why it's interesting to me right now. The other one that I have right now, LPCN. And again, looking at the 180, this is another oversold pattern. But look at, since it's low of the 52-week low at 0.3001, it's been on a steady uptrend, guys. And look at the increasing volume relative to the rest. Now, why is this important here? Okay, you can say, well, today didn't have big volume. Okay, yeah, but remember, we look at flag patterns, right? So right here, this big volume day, this big candle, let me zoom in so that you all can see a little better. Okay, let me see if I can make this a little better, guys. All right, perfect. So you see this big volume day here? That's this big green candle. Well, here's your pole. Here's your flag, guys. And what you want to see when you have a flag pattern, you want to see that big push with big volume. And then this consolidation period, you want to see a decrease in volume, which is what's happening, right? So now I got my alert set. I got two rejections at 120, right? So I'm looking to position myself around the 120 level for a break above the pattern. And I got my alert set here already, so that if it does happen, guys, I'm gonna be ready to take a position on Lpcn. Okay, so that's my idea on Lpcn. And then the last one for today is the LSK. CLSK has been on a 2 day tear with increasing volume on 2 days, on the previous 2 days, Friday and of course today. Now I do see resistance here with a 180. So first of all, what would like for it to do is kind of test it, come back down for the next couple of days or so, come and retest that 375 level so that I can enter a position on it. Again, this one is on watch. This is not a call out or anything like that. Again, do not take my advice for it. Do your own homework. I am just giving you my trade ideas. And like I said before, you trade at your own risk. You don't have to follow my trades, but if you are learning this, guys, just make sure that you trade conservatively. Risk management is the most important thing that you can do. And one of the rules that I have, again, it's if you don't know where to set a stop loss, then my best suggestion for you, and that's why I created this rule, is that if you're down 5%, just cut and lose. You can always come back in, guys. Again, this is if you don't know technicals, if you don't know where your stop losses are, this is why I came up with this rule. Because the same thing with me, I said, okay, well, I never figured out what a stop loss is or where to set my stop loss. And I kept on giving back 10, 15, 20%. I was like, no way, I don't want that to happen anymore. So I started creating a rule for myself where I said, you know what? I'm just if it's down 5%, I'm just gonna cut my losses, and if I'm up 5 to 10%, that's more profits than what I'm where I'm cutting my losses. So that'll keep my account steady. It'll keep it growing, and it's worked so far for me. And that's the reason I say if you're down 5%, just cut it loose, just cut losses. Okay, and this is because if you're a beginner and you don't know your stop losses, guys, and you don't know where to exit or how to cut a loss, then you're gonna end up losing a lot of money. And if you follow the rules and stick to the rules, guys, there's no way you cannot be profitable. Okay, as long as you keep on following the rules and do your homework, do what you need to do, invest 30 minutes of your day, 10 minutes, I don't know, do something, guys, but get something done, learn how to trade for yourself, guys. That's my best advice that I can give you. I hope that my videos help. Again, if you go back and look at all of the stuff that I talked about, it's all in the videos, guys. My exits, my entries, and everything you need to know, it's there. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. Let's keep working hard, team. I don't have any more tournaments this week, so I'll be trading all week. And starting next week, though, it's STPGA plus junior golf tournament. So I'll be busy 3 days out of the week for the rest of the summer, the entire month of July. So I'll still have time to call out some swing trades. I'll be back in time. All the tournaments are local, so that'll be awesome. And I'll probably just be swing trading for the entire month of July, guys. So I'm glad to be back, guys. Let's continue doing this and let's keep it going, team. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you all on the next one.